What's up, guys? My name is Saul Tovar. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about money, investing, saving, do's and don'ts, and much, much more. Stay tuned. These are my top 10 biggest mistakes people do or don't do with their money. Let's get started. The first biggest mistake that a lot of people do without even knowing it is that they don't know their numbers. You need to know exactly how much money you're making a month, your income, versus expenses, how much money is leaving your wallet every single month. Two easy numbers to know, your income and your expenses. If you don't know financially where you are right now, how do you expect to get where you want to be in the future? How do you expect to have good retirement, to live well, to not be broke, right? Know your numbers. Very easy, guys. Finding out what your numbers are really easy to do. All you want to do is you got to know exactly how much you make per month. If you have one job or you have two jobs, add them up at the end of the month. That's your income per month. And knowing your numbers for your expenses is just make a list of all your bills. How much money you spend on gas, food, bills, rent or mortgage, car payments, cell phone bill, internet bill, Hulu, Netflix, all of your expenses that you have that you pay a monthly fee for, write them all down and add them up. That's how you get your expenses number at the end of the month. And you need to compare both of them. And you should hopefully be having more in your income left over than expenses. The expenses number should always be less than your income, because if they're not, you're basically just digging yourself in a bigger hole every single month. Sooner or later, you won't be able to afford it. Number two, the next biggest mistake that a lot of people don't do with their money is they don't budget. You need to start budgeting and stick to your budget. It's very easy. Budgeting allows you, or it tells you, how much money you have left at the end of the month, right? After you've met all of your expenses and you paid all your bills and you have X amount of dollars left. Number three, a lot of people don't do this also. Pay yourself first. Think about it, right? You go to work, you're working your ass off, and you're leaving your family, you're leaving your loved ones, your kids. And at the end of the month, or as soon as you get paid, everybody makes this biggest mistake. As soon as people get paid, they pay everyone else, right? They pay their expenses, their rent, their bills, gas, food, I don't know. You guys know your bills, right? All of your bills. And then at the very end, if you have anything left over, then that's for you. You guys are paying yourselves last. Think about it. That just doesn't make sense. You're the one that gets up every single day. You leave your loved ones, you leave your family, you go to work. And as soon as you get your paycheck, you pay everyone else first. You should be paying yourself first and then pay everyone else off. And this will allow you to set yourself up financially in the future by paying yourself first every single time. Paying yourself first is kind of tied in with people not saving, right? Save is extremely important. It's basically equivalent as paying yourself first, but assuming that when you pay yourself first, you're saving that money or you're investing that money, you're putting that money back into a retirement account, a Roth IRA, anything for your future, right? That's going to be paying dividends and it's going to increase in capital gains as it grows throughout the years. So, set aside $50 a month or $50 a paycheck, whatever you can afford, right? And put it into a Roth IRA or into any kind of retirement account, and just keep on putting it in there. And over time, it's going to be growing. And by the time that you retire, within the next 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now, those $100, those $50 that you've been, depositing in there incrementally, they will add up. Not only that, they will also increase in value. Number 4, using credit cards. A A lot of people make this mistake, and they get used to using credit cards every single time that they purchase things or they go out and they make a transaction. Remember, guys and gals, banks are not your friend. They are not your friend. Just refrain from using any kind of credit cards. You know why? Because credit cards ultimately lead into debt. And I don't know anyone that has a great retirement account or that are financially stable while they're in debt. You know? So it's just a trap that you don't want to fall for. So just stay away from credit cards. Don't use them. If you don't have cash, you can't afford whatever it is you want to buy, right? And if you really want that purse or that car or whatever it is, just keep saving up money for it. Keep saving up money for it. Or a TV, a new MacBook, whatever it is, the latest iPhone 12. Don't use a credit card to make payments on it. Just save the money, right? It'll take time, but as soon as you have it, I guarantee you're going to feel a lot better about purchasing it. Number 5, I've made this mistake and I've learned from it, but I've definitely made it in the past when I was younger, is don't count on money until you actually have it. For example, a lot of people spend their money, they spend their income tax, right? Not really knowing if and how much they're going to receive at the end of the year or during their income tax. When their check comes in, and they're already spending it, because they feel like it's free money or that they're getting a bonus at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, right? That money belongs to you. If you are getting income tax check or payment, that just means that you overpaid on your taxes at the end of the year, and they're giving you a refund of your money back. So it's really not a bonus, or they're not giving away, the government definitely is not giving away free money, or the IRS, right? It's your money, and you're already spending it on, TVs or clothes or things that are really, luxury things, right? Like wants. They're not necessities, they're wants. And a lot of people, they even put a down payment on a car, on a used car or a new car, which is even more of a mistake, but they're spending their money before they even got it, right? Or let's say a friend owes them, $500 at the end of the month, and they're like counting on that $500. So guess what? They go ahead and they purchase something and they put it on their credit card. And before you know it, at the end of the month or whenever your friend or whoever owes you money, they fall short, right? They say, hey, sorry, I'll get you next paycheck, or I'll get you, next time around. Not only don't you have those $500 or the whatever amount of money that friend owed you, on top of that, you already spent that money on a credit card, or you put that balance on a credit card, and now you need to make the payment on that plus the interest, right? So just trust me, guys, don't count on the money until you actually have it physically, either in your hands or in your bank. Number 6, not having an emergency fund. A lot of people don't have emergency funds, right? And they think, or they say, hey, I got a $10,000 credit limit on a credit card, and I'm going to use that in case of an emergency. And that's, another trap, right? Because emergencies will happen, right? Whether it's a car problem, you need new tires, right? You got a tire popped on the highway or whatever. Now you need new tires. The expenses that aren't planned will come up eventually, right? As life goes on, because life happens to everyone, right? A kid gets sick. There's a small, you have a fender bender or a car accident. Maybe one of you lost a job, and now you need to kind of, hustle, right? And find the next job, and X amount of time passes by before you know it, bills are going to keep piling up. So save up for an emergency fund. Typically people say anywhere from 3 to 6 months of expenses is a good place to start. You can do it like that, or what I do is I actually have a set amount, and I just have it in my bank, and just that's my emergency fund, and that it stays there. And every day that goes by that I don't have to use it, it's a good day, Number 7, not investing and not signing up for your employer's retirement account, especially if they offer a match. Some employers out there will offer a 15, 10%, 20% match, even a 50% match, or even 100% match, depending on the employer. So if they offer a match and you're not signing up for their retirement program, then you're essentially leaving money on the table, and that's a big mistake. So if they do, find out, or if you don't know, right, find out, ask your HR department, ask your manager at wherever you work, and ask them if they offer a match for signing up with their retirement program. And of course, not investing at all, right? If your employer doesn't offer a match, then open up your own individual 401k or Roth IRA and invest. The sooner you invest, the bigger your account will grow as the years pass by and you reach your retirement years, right? Number 8, understanding the differences between wants and needs, right? A lot of people get this mistake, or they get confused, and they're like, I really need this purse, or I really need this car, or I really need these wheels, right? You don't need those wheels, right? You don't need that purse. You don't need that car. If you don't have a car, and you need a car to go to work, or whatever the case may be, then that's a different story. But if you already have a car that runs, it's capable of taking you from point A to point B, and you're telling yourself that you need another car, that's not really a need. It's more of a want, right? Number 9, impulse buying. I've made this mistake, and sometimes I continue to make this mistake, but I catch myself, and I'm definitely improving on it. And don't impulse buy, right? Every time you go to the grocery store, before you go there, write down a list of everything that you're planning that you need, right? Check out your refrigerator, make a quick inventory of what's running low, what's expired, if you have any expired items, and put it down on the list and stick to the list when you go grocery shopping, because if you don't, most of the time you will be impulse buying. You'll be passing by, for example, the chip aisle, and Doritos was not on your list, but yet you buy a bag, right? That's impulse buying, right? Or when you're purchasing something, or you're making a payment at the cashier stands, and they have gums or sneakers or candy, and something kind of appears very good to you at that moment, and you purchase it, right? Or it could be a soda or something like that, right? All of those are considered impulse buying. Number 10, buying used versus new. A lot of people save or spend a lot of money buying new when they can buy used and get the same thing, right? For example, when you're buying a video game, right, for yourself or for your kids, I never buy new, because if you buy new, video games are expensive, right? For example, they go $59.99 plus tax. You're spending close to $70 for a brand new game, when if you just wait a couple of days, you can find it on Craigslist, or you can find it on OfferUp, or even on eBay, and you can find it for $45 or $40, and you're not even spending money on paying taxes, because it comes from a private seller, right? You just meet them up in a public area, and you pay cash or whatever, and you save $20-30 on the same game, just because it's been played and it's out of its original wrapper, right, or package. You're saving a big amount of money when you're getting essentially the same exact item. Whenever you're going to be purchasing something, furniture is another thing, right? It could be really expensive, but if you buy secondhand furniture off OfferUp or Craigslist, you can find it at really, really good discounts, right? Thanks for making it to this point of the video. And for that, as a thank you, I'm going to throw in a couple of more as just bonuses that I figured I should mention. One of them is definitely, keeping it up with the Jonases, right? Appearing rich. Another mistake that you want to avoid doing is, always buying the latest gadget, always buying the latest gaming console. You don't really need that. I don't understand a lot of people, they form lines and they pre-order the brand new PlayStation 5 and the Xbox this and the Xbox that, and yet they don't even invest in those companies, right? If you're gonna be buying the PlayStation 5, for example, for $500, right, or more, right, depending on how, if you get it in a bundle pack with a game or whatever, an extra controller or a headset, you should think about investing the same amount of money, if not more, into Sony stock, right? Same with the Xbox. You're purchasing a $500 console from them and they make good products, but people don't invest and they don't even hold $500 worth or more of Microsoft stock. It just does not make sense to me. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys made a mistake that I touched upon in this video, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. And if you guys also want me to kind of touch up a little bit more specifically on any one of these topics that I've mentioned, let me know in the description below. In the comments below. Let me know. If you want to start investing and better your future, feel free to sign up for Webull. I have a link in the description below. If you sign up with a deposit of $100 or more, you'll get 2 free stocks valued anywhere from $8 up to $1,600 each. So don't miss out. You're leaving money on the table, and that's never a good thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you found it valuable and informative, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you feel like anyone else could gain some information or some knowledge from watching this video, feel free to share it with them as well. I'd appreciate that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm always reading them as much as I can. Until next time.